Welcome back to our journey into the most haunting and mysterious beings ever whispered through the centuries of human memory. There are demons born of hell's darkness, gods descending from the heavens. But sometimes the true horror comes from humanity itself, from its crimes, from souls that never find rest. And tonight, we follow the trace of one of the most cursed of them all, the morgue, the restless murderer, a phantom with a grotesque tongue and an endless thirst for blood. To understand the morgue, we must turn back time, not to the beginning of the universe, but to the moment a murderer draws his final breath. Legends say the morgue was once human, a killer whose hands were drenched in so much blood that heaven rejected him, and even hell refused to take him in. No realm could contain such malice, so his soul was torn apart, dragged back into his rotting corpse, and reborn as something no longer human. From that moment, the curse began. The morgue walked the earth, a living sentence, forever wandering with an unquenchable hunger for slaughter. But what chills the blood is not only its origin, but its horrific appearance. Imagine a corpse, long buried underground, skin shriveled tight over bone, tendons clinging to a skeletal frame, hollow sockets gaping like black pits, its neck twisted unnaturally, its movements jerky, as though hung and yanked by invisible ropes. And from the maw of that decayed face slithers the most revolting feature, a tongue unnaturally long, slick like a serpent, forever damp and cold, not for speech, but for the hunt. A single coil, and its victim is paralyzed, forced to feel every fading heartbeat. In the dead of night, you don't hear its footsteps. You hear it coming by the wet hiss, the dragging scrape of its tongue across stone, a sound that freezes the blood of anyone unlucky enough to hear it. Unlike many phantoms that linger in silence, the morgue hunts. Its tongue is not merely a mark of terror, but a weapon, paralyzing with a touch. Those who fall to it never find peace. Their corpses rise again, silent and obedient, serving the morgue forever. And according to legend, no prayer can banish it. Only the complete destruction of its body can silence it, though never for long. Perhaps the most terrifying part is not even its power, but the remnant of humanity still flickering within. The morgue remembers every murder it committed in life, but rather than regret, it relishes them. Sometimes, in its hollow eyes, a flicker of human light trembles, but it's only an illusion. By the time you notice, it's already too late. It's behind you, and it's smiling. Because of this, stories of battles with the morgue echo across generations. In the remote Carpathian mountains, they still whisper of a cursed village. A murderer had been executed there, buried deep outside the graveyard. But only a month later, his body vanished. That night, villagers heard a hiss like metal scraping stone, mixed with a wet, revolting slither on their rooftops. The corpses of past victims rose from their graves, standing silently in the square, and at the center, a gaunt figure, its tongue coiled tightly around the neck of a child. By dawn, 30 people were dead, and many more simply vanished. The village was abandoned forever, and even now, travelers avoid the ruins, claiming they still hear the tongue scraping stone through the night fog. But was that truly the end, or merely the beginning of an endless haunting? For the morgue can never truly die. Even if you burn it to ash, scatter its remains to the wind, or tear its body apart and bury the pieces far from one another, the legend does not end. Fear remembers. Whispers bring it back, and so the morgue rises again, drawn to the sins that birthed it. If you love uncovering legends like this, subscribe to the channel, because darker stories, more cursed souls, and ancient monsters still wait for us in the shadows ahead.